Good afternoon or good evening. Hello and welcome to the Witching Forecast with me and a huge pot of coffee. Let us bring it on. So it's a little bit late. I'm very, very tired today. So hence the huge pot of coffee. And the one in, hi Starla, the one in Fox mug. So, good afternoon. Hope you're doing really well, and thank you for watching the Witching Podcast whenever you're watching it. So this is the Witching Forecast, the weekly tarot and oracle readings from the 24th of May through to the 30th of May. And I can't believe, like, it is chucking it down with rain. We've had hail, ice chunks falling down from the sky, and we're going to be in Midsummer month next month. What? Hey Star, she wants to go outside, but it's not really very nice to have the door open in the chucking down rain. So, yeah, it's British weather. That's what we do. So I hope you're doing super well, and yeah, let me know how we're going as we approach this quite full-on astrological week. If you've been looking around, and tuning into what's going on, you will very much see that we have a full moon on Wednesday and a lunar eclipse. And the full moon is in Sagittarius. And then we're also heading into a Mercury retrograde. And the Mercury retrograde is in Gemini. So it's very intense Mercury retrograde. You may have even felt it all already. Now, we'll see what comes up as well with the cards. But I'm very interested to see how this week's going to be for people, because I wonder what energies you guys have been feeling. Do let me know if things have been coming up for you already. The feeling of this eclipse is seeming to be about really reflecting what we're and who and what we're focusing our energy on, spending our time on. There could be a time to step back and refocus what we're doing right now. Eclipses are when, especially when they're lunar eclipses as well, because it comes from the unconscious, the deep things can be revealed. And, it can be a bit of a bumpy ride sometimes, but it's quite revelationary in seeing what comes through. So I'm going to see what you guys are all saying. Have some of my big cup of coffee. Miriam, it is, isn't it? Like, I was just looking out the window earlier, like there was chunks of hail, like massive, coming down. I was like, happy almost midsummer month. So hello everyone that's tuned in. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're doing really, really well. Lovely to see you guys. Good evening, good evening. And Inky Fish says, beautiful Instagram photos. Let's send that rain to the American West and our forest. Yes, you guys please take it. It'll be, spread this rain out more fairly. But yeah, they were beautiful. That's why I wasn't on the live last week, because I had a few days in Wales. And had like 3 fabulous days in the North Wales in Snowdonia, and I got a tattoo, a massive tattoo as well, which is not quite healed yet, but I will reveal it once it's healed properly. And I just had the most amazing time in the photos on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's LauraRedWitch. If you want to see the photos of the mountains, the stone circles, the rivers and the waterfalls, it was super lovely. Verena, say hi there, Cara. Hi, Helen. And yeah, Simeon's definitely feeling the retrograde energies and the full moon. Indeed. So, and Inky Fish says, feeling of profound shift and change and more realization among the general populace about issues we face. Climate war. Absolutely, I think so. I really do agree. I totally agree with that. And I think it's, I don't know, just what I'm feeling. I kind of feel like it is a new doorways opening up for us to choose to change thoughts, change actions, change focus. But, it's also that we have to do that work to make it happen and change the way we think and change our patterns as well, which obviously isn't as easy said than done. Anyway, hi there, Angela. Hi there, Jane. Hi there. Lots of love to you all, and I hope you're doing really, really well. So let's get moving with the tarot forecast. Let's have a lovely bit more coffee. And yes, let's get rocking with, I'm going to start off. I did use these, I did use these on the advertising. So I thought, let's use these for today. This is the Enchanted Forest tarot deck, which I know is very popular. It's a beautiful deck. On my tarot school last year, I think it's not been out long. We all ended up obsessing with this and buying it. And that actually reminds me to say that if you want to join the Red Witch School of Tarot, you still have time. We start in June. And if you would like to join and learn the tarot with me live over 10 weeks and to re-dive in and learn about the tarot, then it is your chance now to do so. So I'll leave the link below the video where you can go and find out more about the Red Witch School of Tarot and join if you wish. Okie dokie. So let's have a look. Whoa, that one just blew out. Interesting. I'll hold that one to one side for a second. This is going to be the card for the week for everybody. Okay, are you ready for this? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, first of all, when I was shuffling, the Ace of Boons was the Ace of Pentacles jumped out. So that was really quite nice, I think. I love that with the toad, and he's got the ring, and he's like the fairy tale princess. He holds the secrets and the magic, and sometimes the smallest things that we kind of overlook can hold the greatest potential. So the Ace of Boons or the Ace of Pentacles can be a really transformative time, and like I was saying, you know, doors, very strong, healthy, positive, practical doors can open for us to walk through, and this card very much represents that. New opportunities with our choices, with our work, with money, an opportunity. You've been getting like a gift, and it may come in quite a subtle way. It may come in a clear and strong way, but don't overlook the gift, as it were, in whatever's going on with the crazy energy of the next week or so. There's a strong, calm, deeply soulful gift coming your way, so it could already be there. And the card we all got for the week is the Four of Challenges, which is the Four of Swords. Now, because in this deck they're called the Challenges swords. They're just saying it as it is, that we often have the challenges as swords. We kind of do see that. So the Four of Swords is, interestingly, somebody often portrayed asleep with or almost looking like they've kind of in the Smith-Waite deck. It's like they are made of stone, or that it's a tomb, and even that, but there's all that inspiration around them with the stained glass windows. And it isn't about anything bad. It is about deeply, deeply resting, which is what I have been doing actually as well. And this is what this is. Around you could feel a bit creepy, a bit freaky, a bit so much going on. But we can't create big change if we're looking how to change everybody else, but you have the opportunity and the potential to go deep within, to rest, to nurture you at the moment. I see this as protection, and it is the Rowan tree, which is the tree of protection, the witchcraft tree to look after and help. So it is kind of going within to that sacred place when all feels a bit overwhelming, when all feels a bit like daunting. There's a place of magic and protection, and the Rowan tree and the Four of Challenges here says go to that safe place within, or maybe even go to that place in nature that is yours, and nurture that. So rather than focusing on what you find overwhelming, I don't know how to do all of this right now, what can you do? And I like this because these both cards offer subtle but powerful, or sort of simple but powerful solutions to bigger problems. And so this is the protection you need, the blessing you need. And also I think it's going to be the salvation and the healing, maybe in the eye of the storm. I feel drawn to looking at what they often have a nice little poem about this, you know, in these books. They often say something at the top of the page, or something that's kind of maybe valid. So let's have a little look at what she says about, you know, what she says about this in the book. Gathering your inner resources. It says the forbidding winter forest offers little in the way of comforts or relief. So basically it's finding the sanctuary. Yeah, I was going to say a bit of poetry written in it, and I thought that would be nice, but it is, finding that place within, finding that sanctuary, and allowing the things that you can affect to grow, nurture the things that you can in your life. And then when you look at it again, you know, things will be much, much, much brighter. So you can take the first steps at the moment to relax, to rest, to be inspired. The fours, I often think that the fours, the Four of Swords particularly, goes very well with the Mercury retrograde, because it's about retreat, relax, reflect, restore, all of those things that we do when a retrograde comes about. So it is going into our own inner sanctuary, maybe tending our own inner world so that we can face whatever's going on. If you feel like you need to rest, then rest. If you feel like you actually just want to focus on a couple of things and you don't want to deal with the big whole world, deal with those the things in your sanctuary, in your inner world that you can grow and nurture. And yes, remember that the Rowan is a tree of protection, so that you are looked after, you are safe as you do these things. So it's really, I think it's a really nice combination of cards, and very gentle but strong guidance as we go through what could be seen as quite a full-on week astrologically. So it's like they're calling it the flower, blood moon or something, all the things, you know, it's a bit intense, really, energy. So it feels this kind of gentle but strong, powerful place to allow, to contemplate, to rest, to heal, and then to move forwards. Let's see what you guys are saying. Gail says she's excited, launching a program about identity. I think we need to choose who we want to be now. I totally concur. It's really what I've been thinking about a lot as well. Absolutely. Hi there, Debbie. Mwah, loads of love to you. Hi, Amber, Amanda. And yes, Inky Fish, Ace of Pentacles, Wealth, Earth, definitely. Sandra Thompson, hi. Simeon, hello. Yes, thank you very much for your input, everybody. Super lovely. So that's the card of, we're going to do our Spirit of the Animals Oracle. So with these cards, with the Forest of Enchantment, they're one of the tarot decks that does change some of the meanings to the traditional cards, but I do really, really love what they do. I think it's an absolutely beautiful deck. But let's have a look. We've got the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. I think I chose the Forest of Enchantment today because even though it does hit a few punches, you know, it's not always polite, but it does give some soothing forest energy, which you might need. Okay, so let's have a look. What is our Oracle card animal for the week? Okay. Oh. I think, is it backwards? I do with the camera. I hope it's not backwards. I always think you can hope you can read these ones. There's a unicorn, infinite possibilities. Now, I'm not into all of the plastic unicorn tat, but even though I do have a glittery unicorn head in the bathroom, but we'll go apart from that. The energy of the unicorn. Look at this; it's just so beautiful. It's the heart from the purest self. I find that the connection with the unicorn is the absolute highest, purest heart self. And purity, that is just so powerful. And what it says in this deck is infinite possibilities. Are you ready for your power talk from the animals? I always love what these cards say. It says, you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. I've had this one before because I just love saying that, you know. I kind of feel like this should be our like rock epitaph. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. But using this, working with this and seeing the hyped up, powerful energy of the week and the transformation we have. The butterfly, you've got the unicorn. It's just wonderful. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Yeah, all powerful, isn't it? All really lovely. Okay, so I'm really loving the energy. There's the gentler, calm feeling to facilitate, I would say, to facilitate the animal energy that came through. So I love all the little pictures of fairies and hearts and unicorns and cats that are coming from the side. It's so nice to see you guys here. And yeah, I always love you guys watching and chatting. So let's get rocking. We've got the Wheel of the Year we go through. For anyone that's new to the Witching Forecast, we go through the Wheel of the Year. And in that, we start with we'll now start with Gemini because we're in Team Gemini's birthday month. So happy birthday to all the Geminis. And then we go through all the year, all the way around. And if you do know your chart, as always, you can find it on lots of free websites, astro.com, etc. You can get your birth chart and you'll get your big three with that, your moon sign, your sun sign, of course, and your rising sign. And it's good to get a little reading for all of them because it gives you a fairer, balanced picture of what's going on around you. So let's have a look and see. So anyone that's asking, these cards aren't for specific questions. These go through the star signs and they go for everybody. They go around the wheel of the year. So these readings are for everybody, not for specific people. Okay, but I think well, I generally think that they, from what I get in feedback, they do seem to resonate with people pretty well. So starting with Gemini, let's see. Whoa, my cards are flying everywhere on the floor. Starting with Gemini, let's see what we've got. Oh, yes, you've got it. You know it. This is the energy of, so we have the Magician, the Enchanter. And this is the Magician traditionally ruled by, you know it, Mercury. That is your ruling planet, and also Mercury's about to go retrograde. But look at this magic there. I love it. He creates his own world. He has, in this deck, it says really that he is manifesting the forest, enchanting the forest. Oh, wait a minute. One's hidden behind. I didn't even know. How interesting. So this is for you guys as well, Gemini. So you've got the Enchanter, the Magician. And also there was something that was coming up. The Four of Boons for Pentacles was hiding as well. We'll come to that in just a second, because I feel like this is a great week to get intention set, to get things done, to create your mindset magically, personally, physically, practically. Create your mindset, create your dreams, your visions now, before we go retrograde, because this feels like you can get so much done this week. It doesn't mean you have to physically bust a gut to make things happen. I feel like this week for you guys, it can be more about, deciding the changes you want to make, deciding the world that you want to live in, creating a thought, maybe some thought patterns or affirmations or positive focuses to work with. And then you have what was hiding behind was the Four of Spades, which is the Four of Wands, which is celebration. So this is a beautiful, uplifting, powerful energy for Geminis. This is just focusing with the Magician, it's like the energy comes down and the Magician works with that energy to create. So really focus on that this week. Use the energy that you're feeling. If you're feeling exhausted, use that energy to rest and recuperate your body. If you're feeling excited, use that energy to channel and to create magic. And there's going to be a big celebration feeling as well. But you may get grumpy by the weekend because of retrograde. So just don't close too many doors in that way. Allow that vision to be what you're focusing on this week. So that feels really, really, really exciting, really positive. And because I generally threw my cards mostly on the floor, yeah, I'm seeing it as a sign that I'm going to use different cards, because I'm not going to go and search for them all right now. But yeah, hello everybody. I'm glad. So New Heathen, Cancer Sun, Taurus Moon, Scorpio Rising here. Fabulous. The big three. Yes, it's a super flower moon this week. It's not a random group read. It's a very awesome group read. Equinoxial energies are flowing. Mercury, it's going on big style, isn't it? It really is. So let's have a look and see what's coming up for our lovely, lovely Cancerians. So, Team Cancer, let's see what's coming through for you. Well, hey, Knight of Swords. So this is, again, this feels in a way linked to the Magician, because what the Knight is doing is, because Mercury is an air sign, so it's working with the kind of the energies that are with our thoughts, our ideas, our intellect, our connection. And the Swords is the same. It's working with that. The Knight is on a mission to make something happy. So with the Cancerian energy, this is like your ideas. There could all be a bit of a fluster or flat this week. You could have so many things going on, but this is the week to focus on something to make it happen. Get your facts or your ideas or your will straight and focus your intention. So the Sword, I was talking to someone about the other day that the Sword can sometimes be seen as something that people don't want to really associate with because it has violent connotations. But the Sword is also a powerfully forged weapon that takes great skill to create, but also it is holding power, it's holding sovereignty and focusing our intent in a clear and sharp way. But as we've seen, it is the only tool in the tarot that is a weapon, that could potentially kill or hurt. And so with our words and our thoughts this week, remember that the Sword has the ability to free, to loosen, to focus, or to hurt. So with our words and the way we're saying, just have a think about what's really important for us to get across. But you will get your will, your intention, your ideas, your plans, your dreams out there this week, Cancerians, and it's going to be quite a quick week when you're on it. So let's have a look and see. New Heathen is a Cancer, and juggling things is an understatement at the moment. Yes. So let's have a look and see what's coming in for our lovely Leos. Team Leo, good afternoon, good evening. Let's see what's coming up for you. Okay, I'm never going to leave you on this. Okay, we have three. So right, Leos, this week, buckle up, because it might be a time to leave some stuff behind. There's going to be I'll show you the cards in a second. I'll just talk you through it first. There's going to be a time this week, and I have one dear Leo friend who I can see this really relates to, actually, where it will be something that's been building up for weeks, months. You're saying, no more. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I putting myself in this situation? You've got the Ten of Swords. This is a no. It's the end. It's a stop. It's a stop. The Ten of Swords is, again, the swords. Something has reached a natural end point. And mentally, you've tried to fight against that like an awesome, brave warrior that you are for a long time. But it has gone to the point that the eclipse is saying, stop it. It's not doing you any favors to keep fighting in this direction. In fact, they're saying it twice. We've got the Tower coming after it. This is time to shake up, to let go of some patterns and situations which are not at all serving you. In fact, you've been holding on to them for too long and they are being quite damaging for you. What comes out of it is beautiful. So, the minute you let go and release the Ace of Pentacles, the universe offers you a healthy new way to move forward, to make money. So if your job, for example, is causing you loads of stress, loads of drama, but I can't leave my job because A, B, and C, well, something's going to happen this week which pushes the issue. And then you find actually that if you do things differently, don't have to say to leave a job, but, you find that you actually have a healthier, happier way through. So, yeah, change is on the way, but it will bring absolute beauty, freedom, and a new beginning. So big stuff for Leos. Big stuff, but offering you a new door, a new way to move forward, a new way to kind of channel your energy in a healthier, happier, more positive way. Okay, let's have a look now to our lovely Virgos, Team Virgo. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. I did shuffle. You saw me shuffle, I hope. The Tower and then the Ace of Pentacles. Same vibe. The Tower, in this deck, I quite enjoy the woman's face. She's like, you know what? That was rubbish. I'm just going to tear it down. But even the cat sort of hiding in the bush going, what's going on here? So the false things in life, the things that are built on shaky ground. When in the traditional tarot, with the Tower, it's like the divine light from above, lightning knocks it down because something has been built up which doesn't serve the higher purpose. This is this. So where things that haven't served the high purpose, things that aren't really helping you, things that may look okay on the outside or maybe what we're used to, they will be shaken up. Remember the cards we had for the week, the Unicorn, infinite possibilities, the Sanctuary, and you've got the double again. The Ace of Pentacles has come up for a lot this week. It came as one of the main week cards. There's a very strong and sensible pathway through this. There really, really is. So there's new opportunities coming in for sure. We've got an eclipse. We're kind of expecting all this, aren't we, really? That the false, the shaky ground, the things that are burdens are going to be shaken up. They're going to be removed. They're going to be made a point of. So hello there. Hi there, everyone. Emma, so no worries. It'll be, this will, of course, if you missed your star sign, then this will be on YouTube afterwards, so you can watch it. Okay, let's have a look next and see. We have lovely Librans, Team Libra. Rest it up again. This is really interesting. There's lots of air sign energy around this week in Gemini, Mercury retrograde. Three of Swords is coming up. So Three of Swords. Okay, for Librans. Not everyone's favourite card either. But the Three of Swords, again, it is interesting because the one card that represents heartache in the deck is not about a physical or even an emotional response. It's about a mental response. So the Three of Swords is saying, what are we thinking now that is making us feel? Because it's not, I'm going to show you the rest of the cards because more's coming up. Don't get stressed. More's coming up. What are we thinking now that is causing us pain? Are we scrolling online and stressing ourselves out? Are we getting jealous about stuff that doesn't really affect us? And I think this week will bring out old habits that we do or that is there that are not serving us again. So the Three of Swords I don't feel is necessarily heartache this week. I actually, as in something bad is going to happen. I feel like it's a highlighted habit or a highlighted way of reacting to emotions, a highlighted response that is actually not good or not right, not serving us. Because what comes out of that is rewriting the script. Knight of Swords is going, actually, I can look, he's flown off the ground. He's not staying there. He's saying, actually, I want to find a new way forward. And there's actual peace to be found this week with balance. So something may feel a bit out of kilter this week, at the beginning. The way to move forward with that is to question our reactions, is to refocus your intent and to find inner peace. I'm putting one more card for Librans. Yeah, you got it. Oh, look at that. So from this, we have judgment, freedom, new starts coming in. So it's there as a help rather than a hindrance. It's saying we kind of do this to ourselves sometimes. So raise up, balance, and welcome the new changes that are coming in. Okay. So let's move forward and go through to our lovely Scorpios. Yeah, Amanda is good. Is Zen. I really feel with me the Three of Swords in itself, but I also feel that we are in this eclipse week and the shadowy stuff comes up. And the energy that I'm getting for this week is that our coping mechanisms that are actually holding us back will be highlighted. The way we do things which keep us small, or like our responses that don't serve a higher purpose or serve a way forward, will be brought up to go, actually, this is not good. I don't want to do this anymore. Refocus, replan, bring in better change. Okay, Team Scorpio, let's have a look. Let's have a look for Team Scorpio. What's coming up for this week? Cool, very nice. So you got the High Priestess. The High Priestess. Love it. Tarot, cats, candles, all good. This week, power comes to you from really tuning in to, you'll be so in tune with the moon, you'll be so in tune with the eclipse, you'll be so in tune with what you feel. There could be chaos around you. There could be squabbling or people kind of being a bit all over the place. What I would say is not to engage in like low-level squabbling or he said, she said, and that kind of thing, which is the Five of Swords, Five of Wands is kind of power plays. There could be a real sense of, I want to do this, I want to do that kind of thing. And if you do take a step back to work out what's important for you, you can avoid other people's dramas and be very powerful and flow through this situation, flow through this week, really, really positive. Tune into your own power, tune into your own knowing. Possibly don't get involved with everybody else's stuff and power plays this week. That's kind of, I think, a key to a choice. You can get involved with the power plays and get really stressed, or you can just go into your place of power personally and really be in a strong centered space. So trust your own intuition, go on your own path, and you're going to expand. You're going to learn a lot this week. You're going to feel aligned with the universe and with the higher magic that's going on. So yes, that's pretty great advice to everybody, actually. There could be those lower level power plays going on, and sometimes those eclipses pull us into it. Okay, so moving on from Scorpio down to a lovely Sagittarius. So the full moon is in your sign, Sagittarius, this week. Let's have a look for you. Well, you can celebrate. Three of Cups. How nice is this? It's such a lovely energy for this week. What did I just say as well? The full moon is in your sign. The full moon is there to say, actually, I think this is a beautiful time for you guys. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Quite romantic as well. Romantic, fun, joyful, celebratory. You'll be feeling, jubilating. You might be feeling like everything's just kind of flowing out of you. Three of Cups, the only thing I'd say is maybe you don't overdo it. But, it's all great. It's love. It's joy. It's celebration. It's feeling that you've got your tribe around you. And whether that's one person, two people, or 20 people, you've got those that you really feel blessed to know. There's overflowing abundance around you. So yeah, full moon in Sagittarius for you guys brings love, joy, and fun. I love it. So yeah, it's a beautiful card for you guys. Okay, let's have a look next and see what is coming up for our very lovely Capricorns, Team Capricorn. Let's have a look. Okay, Capricorn. Six of Swords, Hanged Man. Okay. Six of Swords. Full moon. Again, look at the full moon is speaking a lot to us this week on the cards. I like the Six of Swords. In this deck, it was a bit sneakier. But I like the Six of Swords because there's a sense of trusting when it's time to move forward, trusting when it's time to intellectually, mentally, and practically say, it's time for me to take a step away from a situation which isn't great and to look after myself. So, yeah, I do feel that the leaves or the winds of change are blowing, and you are listening to that and you're making changes. They're going to be really good for you. Put yourself first. Feel what looks to be shifting around this full moon. Feel what feels to be flowing into a new direction. And if you want to go there, go with it. The Hanged Man card is also there saying, you may not get the chance to do it all at once, but there's a great opportunity this week to really stop and listen and feel with what's right for you. But I think this full moon will bring some interesting messages in for you guys, the Capricorns. It will bring in some interesting opportunities to take steps forwards. Well, if it is for you, it isn't always representing death. It's moving forward. I know what you mean. If you have a card that personally represents a thing for you, then that can be moving moving forward. So yeah, if that's how you see that for you, it can be that. But it often is, and I can see why, the sense of moving from one place to another. But, traditionally, this card is mentally and practically and physically moving on to a better place. But moving on to a place can be better for you. And in this reading for people, yeah, it's choosing the time to take steps into a new direction, into a new space. And maybe I think in this, moving away from things which aren't necessarily amazing for you or haven't been great for you. So let's have a look and see. For the next star sign, we have going through to Aquarius, Team Aqua. What's coming up for you guys this week? Creativity. Love it. So the Page of Cups is play, is creativity. So it could be a time to kind of get away from the world, retreat, and go into your own creative shell. Maybe even book yourself in for your own personal, private, in your studio or in your kitchen or in your bedroom. Just give yourself the time you need to express your creativity, to play, to release. Allow yourself to expand your own feelings, release, enjoy. This is diving in and having fun and taking the seriousness out of any tasks at the moment. The Page of Cups is so happy and playing and able to express themselves without worrying about any consequence. So it's just giving yourself that permission to play, to dive in, to be have that childlike connection to your emotions, your creativity. I love the energy of this Page of Cups in this deck. You could be falling in love. It could be a beautiful, beautiful, blossoming, loving feeling, but without the seriousness, just enjoyment of where you're at right now. And it feels really, really, really lovely. So I'd say for Aquarians and Aquarius Moon and Aquarius Rising, take a time to play. Give yourself whatever you like to do creatively. Get your canvas and some paints and just letting loose. Or kind of a colouring book. But I kind of feel like we don't want the lines of a colouring book holding us back. I want you to just be free to do whatever's right for you. Or maybe even making a collage or journaling or cooking, gardening. Just enjoy the experience of creating for creating's sake. And we have on the an Aquarian is in their studio right now. I can see it. I just love it. Like the Aquarian energy, like everyone can just go away for a bit and let's just create. I've got Aquarius Moon, and what are we doing? We'll be doing the same later. I think Aquarians need to recharge their batteries from the world by just going into their own little domain and creating and playing and being joyful. So let's have a look and see. What can we do to stop Laura throwing cards on the floor? That's quite a mystery. The poison answer for that. Emma says, I have taken too much work, but I do design. Yeah, that's the thing. I think when you do creative things as a work, you still, it's still good to create half a day a week or more. I'm just doing the less as possible. I think when I start creating, it's hard to just do half a day of it, but that is still your own thing. And then you feel guilty because you think, well, no, I've got this waiting and this waiting. but it inspires and fuels your other work and brings you into, so it is important to find that time to kind of do your own thing too, because it just fuels your whole projects and your whole everything. So let's have a look and see. We have our lovely Pisces coming up next. What's coming in for Team Pisces? Oh, nice feeling. I love the Three of Wands. I love the adventure of the Three of Wands. So for Pisces, you're standing on the edge, but you're so excited about where things could possibly go. There seems to be something that's kind of fired up over the last few days, weeks, that's shown you that there's potential for things to get bigger, better, brighter. Maybe it's literally travel. Maybe it's going places you couldn't go before. Maybe it's opportunity that's just seemed to come into the light. Maybe you're excited about the things you want to do. This just feels like such a good time to fire up on all cylinders and just get excited for what's possible. You know what? If it all doesn't happen, not necessarily will. Some of it will, I'm really seeing it, but it's not about getting serious about, okay, well, this will definitely have to happen. It's going, but what if I did this? I'd love to go there, and just playing with that energy, and magic happens, and enjoying the opportunity and the possibility. And yes, so fun play and creativity are very necessary. Otherwise, you're going to burn out. That's what I've definitely realized, that you get stuck if you don't make time to create and to play. I'll take my own advice as well. Okay, next on the agenda is Aries. Hello, Aries. Let's have a look and see what's coming up for this week for Team Aries. Okay, yeah, nice, cool. Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles came out as well. So the Two of Pentacles, I love the infinity symbol, the juggle of life, the juggle of the things you want to do and where you want to go. It is more of a practical. She's standing on the seesaw in the middle in this balance, and the cat's going, come on, we're not. I'm going to knock the seesaw, so you're going to go one way or the other, make a decision, or start to flow your energy in the direction that's going to nurture you. There is great work projects potentially. There could be a change moving forward with you. You may get the cosmic nudge this week over the eclipse to go in a certain direction, or, you know, the push that you might need to make a decision. But this is about time, I think, in some ways, that we I mean, he's obviously started to make changes with rather than juggling all these things, maybe kind of just never feeling that you're settling properly. You could get the nudge to become more, you know, queenly, more abundant, more strong, more grounded. So yeah, it's a great energy. I like the two. You can play, you can always have opportunities, but think about deciding which way you want to go, choosing a path this week with practical things, with work, money, home, how you nurture yourself, how you manifest. But I think the way to get from here to here is maybe make that list or that vision board, or whatever you like to do, of start thinking, what actually do you want for the long term? Do you want to be A, B, C? Do you want to be settled here, doing this and doing that, having a home? Do you want to travel? Do you want to settle down with someone? Like, what is it that you actually want? Where do you envision yourself? And that will help nudge the cosmic seesaw to go in the right direction. Okay, and moving on to our lovely Taurians, Team Taurus. Let's have a look for you. Couldn't be more Taurian if you tried. Taurus, personified. I rest my case. We have the bull, we have the cake, we have the wine, we have the home, we have all the earth, we have the loyalty. This is, I think, Taurians on their best day, you know. The King of Pentacles has everything he wants. So Taurus time, you just come through your birthday season. There's a sense of abundance and strength. And yeah, what I would say is not to be complacent, to not to keep it all to yourself. I mean, what's fun about that cake if you're going to eat it yourself? You just get really fat. You know, you just want to share it with other people and have lots of fun. Though eat your own cake, you won't get fat, of course. But you know what I mean? I mean, energetically, you want to share. You want to kind of be in a good place. But this is so perfect. You're in a good place to help other people. You're in a good place to help yourself. You're in a good place to know who you are and where you want to go. So a really strong energy for the Taurians. Enjoy your abundance. Share it with those that you trust and you love, or that you want to help. And know that things are really flowing in your favor, and that you are literally the king or queen of your own domain. Enjoy the energy. You know, I think with the abundance thing, it's like the fairy rune, isn't it? And it's amazing to have, but all abundance needs to flow, otherwise it gets stuck. And I think sometimes with the King of Pentacles, it's not stuck, but it has the ability to kind of entrench you in if you don't do something with it. So look at this wonderful abundance you have, and keep moving, keep flowing, enjoy it, celebrate it, have nice cake, have nice whatever you want to do, enjoy that energy, and also do something good with it for you and for other people maybe as well. Gorgeous feelings there. So that brings us full circle. We've been through all of the star signs, and we've been through everything this week about our eclipsy energy, Mercury retrograde coming in, all the things. But remember at the beginning, we had the Four of Swords, or the four challenges, which was going into that inner sanctuary to rest, to recuperate. And then we had the Ace of Pentacles, which is the gifts of the earth, the grounding, the opportunities that are coming in for us. Sometimes we don't see them, do we, Cobweb, until things are quieter. We can really see what changes we want to bring in. So from myself and Lord Cobweb, wishing you all the best, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Do remember, if you want to come and join the Red Witch School of Tarot, if you want to dive in and learn about the tarot in all the different ways, we go through so many different ways of working with the tarot, we go very deep with it, you are more than welcome and invited to join the Red Witch School of Tarot. You can go through to my website, www.lauraredwitch.com, to find out more. And I will see you all soon. And then you can always tell it's almost dinner time because someone appears. See you all soon, guys. Much love. Take care and look after yourselves this week. Bye.